Hello everyone, welcome to Career Chronicles. Today we have Pranati, who's working in ElitCeler Technologies as a lead UI UX designer. So I'm highly excited to know about her journey since she's going to complete her graduation in the month of June 2023. Within this part, she has been a lead UI UX designer. So how was the growth, the part, those things we're going to get to know about from her. So before that, how are you doing, Pranati?
I'm doing great, Aishwarya. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. That's great. Okay. So I hope we can start up with an introduction from your side.
Yes. So I'm Pranati, as Aishwarya just introduced, and I've been working as a lead UI UX designer at ElitCeler Technologies from the past 4 to 5 months. And I'm also a UI UX mentor at EdamCommunity. So that's about me. And I've also worked as a research intern at IIIT Hyderabad in my fourth year of engineering. And I've just graduated like 2 weeks back. So that's about me.
That's great. Cool. So what motivated you in order to get into this UI UX part? Was it a sudden jump or you already have the carving of getting into UI UX part?
It's actually a little interesting because during my second year of engineering, we were given few courses to complete from my college. So we were doing a lot of coding and stuff, and just did not interest me a lot. So I was looking for alternatives. So I came across a lot of different things, data analytics, and a lot of other things. And UI UX just popped up. So I was just very interested, and I just wanted to try it out. So I went to YouTube and started watching few tutorials. So the first thing I did was open Adobe XD. So Adobe XD is a tool that you use for designing. So I opened it, opened the Spotify app on my phone, and I just started replicating it. So that is when I realized that I really enjoyed the entire process. I didn't think about the time it took for me to complete it. I just was very immersed in the entire experience. So that is why I just started exploring more. Took a lot of YouTube tutorials. I've been seeing a lot of YouTube tutorials. So that is how it started, and I think because it interested a lot, I was very interested in it. I thought I should maybe start applying for internships and stuff. So for that, I needed a portfolio. So I started working on two hobby projects. One was a stress app, and the other was an NFT app. So I did some research. I made few screens. I took a good 2 to 3 months on and off, and I was working on that. And I made a website of my own. And I just cold emailed a lot of companies, maybe about 10 to 15, most of which were design agencies. So sadly, most of them did not reply back, or they were not interested for in taking interns at that point of time. But there was one such design agency that they were very kind enough to reply back saying that they only took fourth year or people who were in the last year of their graduation. So I asked them if they could give me some feedback on my portfolio so that I can improve and come back. So they gave me a list of points that I could improve upon. That really helped me. That is when I started realizing that I could improve a lot. And I also talked to another mentor, a senior UX designer, and even he guided me a lot as to what I can do and stuff. He guided me to take a UX course because I was good with my UI part, but not the UX process.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that is when I took a 3 months UX UI course, and that gave me a very strong foundation in my UX principles. That is how I started. And I think after that, I went through my college coursework, and I was doing an internship at IIIT. So I forgot about this for a while. I was taking a break from this. It was one of my friend. She was a part of GDSC Hyderabad. So she gave me a contact of a friend from EDAM. As I mentioned, I'm a mentor there right now. So they were looking for UI UX designers. So they liked my portfolio and they called me in. So I started interning at another company for a while, for a month. And then I came back to EDAM, and I've been working on two products. I worked on two products with them. And because I was associated with EDAM is a marketing, e-designing and marketing community, and it kind of helps students and entrepreneurs to come together, learn technologies. So they provide those services. So I had a chance in my fourth year to give a session on UI UX at a college in Hyderabad. So that was a turning point for me, because from there I joined ElitCeler. So that is how my journey started.
Cool, that was super cool. Like in order to get into the lead part, definitely you had made a lot of efforts before. So in order you were able to get in as a lead for the first part as well. So that was cool. So how would be the what kind of roles and responsibilities of a typical lead, I mean lead UX UI UX designer would be? So what will you do in a normal day?
Yeah, so before that, like for people who do not know what UX UI is, so user experience, in simple terms, is the way you feel when you are using your digital application. So, for example, if you're on Amazon, so the entire process of adding an item to the cart, to the payment, so that is user experience. So it has nothing to do with design in general, but just an experience apart. So that is what it deals with. And UI is whatever you see on a digital screen, whether you're using Instagram, Snapchat, Amazon, Spotify, any app or any website that you see. So all the aesthetics and buttons and everything. So that is the UI part. And coming to your question, my role as a lead UI UX designer is, I think, firstly, it is to do the entire research part, understanding my clients' needs, and also talking with developers. So I'm at present, like we are just two designers. As the first designer who joined ElitCeler. So that's the main role of me in this company.
Cool. So, what kind of tools and latest technologies a lead UI UX designer uses?
So I think the basic tool that every UI UX designer uses are Adobe XD, Figma, and Sketch if you are on Mac. But Figma is the most popular and widely used tool by designers. So these are the main things that you use for designing. Apart from this, when it comes to your entire research process, there are a lot of maps that you have to make, and you also do a lot of research. So a normal documenting software, Word or Notion, we can use those for that process. And now, because AI is the next big thing, I think I use a lot of AI tools. Like I've started using, of course, ChatGPT, Bard, and there are few design tools that are coming up. So I'm just doing some research on that, so that will help me make my design process more efficient. So, so that's about it.
Cool. So, how to stay updated in this world of technologies? Since you are being a designer, how you keep yourself updated?
The first thing is, like, I subscribe to a lot of YouTube channels wherein people talk a lot about the upcoming design trends. So that's the first thing that I keep on. I just update myself through that, and you can read a lot of blogs on the net, on Medium, and on other different websites. And I think, of course, following a lot of senior UX designers, you have people like Saptarshi Prakash, Ansh Mehra, and UX Anudeep. So these are the big names in this area of UX UI. So just looking at their videos, their work, looking at other people's portfolios also, I think that also helps. In addition to this, of course, this is the design part. I also look into the upcoming technologies, having a good knowledge about the technologies and how they, because they will shape, you have to design according to the coming technologies as well. So that is also very important. So keeping on par with the technologies is also what I do.
Cool. So yeah, like as you specified, you had a course that was, your mentor told to get in. So in order to get the knowledge of UI UX, what kind of course and certification that you would suggest people in order to get in?
I think at first I would say to start off with YouTube tutorials. You can just go to the Figma YouTube account and just go through the tutorials. You'll understand how to use the tool pretty well. I think the UI part is pretty sorted. You can do it through a lot of YouTube channels. They provide wonderful resources. But when it comes to UX, there's a lot of process that goes behind it. And for that, you can take up you have Coursera, you have Google UX certification. I guess even that is given by Coursera, so that is also a good course. Then there's an interaction design certificate, foundation that provides a lot of courses. Even I have done a few from there, so it's very detailed and very good. Then you also have, when coming to India, you have Growth School. So they also provide wonderful UX courses and boot camps. I've not attended that, but I've attended like a few smaller ones. So they're pretty good. So I think that is how you can start with UX.
Yeah, cool. So is it possible for a fresher to get into this UI UX designer part?
Yes, like it's pretty easy. All you have to do is like maybe it would take about 6 months for you to really understand the basic principles of UX UI and then start with a fresher role. And it's probably one of those courses wherein you don't really require a lot of time or skills in prior to start with. So it's a wonderful career, and I think it's also one of the top careers in India. It's a very upcoming field here as well. So it's definitely a good choice if people want to switch to UX UI.
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, Pranati, like all my questions are done, to be honest. And I just love the way you explained all my questions. So thank you for accepting our invitation at Career Chronicles. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ashwari, and all the best to Career Chronicles as well. You're doing a great job by helping a lot of people. Thank you for inviting me.